From GB News, Kirstie Allsopp sparks a debate as Channel 4 star blasts the economically moronic female Green voters. Polanski is not serious. Well, you know that and I know that. I mean, he doesn't look serious, does he? He looks like Sloth from the Goonies' little brother. In fact, if those two went out on a double date, Sloth would be the looker. But the reason I want to cover this story today, I mean, there's only one more day until it's time to vote, so I'm sticking with the local election stuff. The reason I want to cover this is because I feel like I need to stick up for Kirstie Allsopp. The crux of my argument is going to be this. Kirstie's through a wobbler and she's having a go at all of her fellow young women. And, you know, lots of young women are very, very based. I'm sure you've all seen Saskia giving it big licks on X lately. Plenty of sensible young women, I think. And full disclosure, I'm never one to waste an opportunity to have a go at the snack bar boys, but I think she's missed the elephant in the room here, which is the whole reason young Green voters are now on the scene. It's not because all of a sudden girls who look like Kirstie Allsopp have completely lost the plot. No, it's because, as we all know, people that look like me, and you, I'm assuming there's not many people from Bradford watch my channel, we're not having children, are we? Everybody knows that. The data's already out there. So, to stick up for the young ladies of my nation, and all the young ladies that watch this channel, I'm here to defend them and say all of these economically moronic females, I think you'll find the lion's share of them are married to men who stuff them into bin liners, staple them to their heads, and then drag them to the polling centre and say, "Here's who you're voting for, sugar tits, and if you give me any lip, you'll be getting a bat." Right, as usual, I had to jump through some hoops there to not use the M or the I word, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You all remember this one, don't you? Mighty Mo overtakes Noah as the most popular boy's name. This story obfuscates the obvious point that I'm sure you already know. Mighty Mo has been the most popular baby's name in the UK for about a decade. It's not even close. All the stories that claim that it's third or fourth or fifth from 2021 and 2022 or 2023 or whatever year you want to pick prior to this one, they were covering it up by splitting the 10 different spellings they have for the pot-bellied epileptic warlord. If you actually gather them all together and put them into one category, that name has been the top baby boy's name in the United Kingdom for about 10 years. Ergo, when poor old Kirstie is melting down about economically moronic female Green voters, now you know who to blame, don't you? Anyway, I'll read you the story. It says, Kirstie Allsopp, the star of Channel 4's Location, has launched a blistering takedown of the Green Party after learning of a surge in the party's popularity among young women. In response to a graph based on a YouGov figures that showed a flood of support for the Green Party from women aged 18 to 50, Miss Allsopp failed to hide her despair in a recent social media tirade. There she is, for some reason, dressed like a manky old bag lady you'd see outside Netto on Linthorpe Road in Middlesbrough. Isn't that a weird thing how British celebrities, the more money they've got, the more they look like the pulled clothes at random from a clothing bank outside the Salvation Army, and then we're forced to put them on at gunpoint and run past a local media outlet. It's unbelievable. What's she doing there? Wearing a set of curtains and Banana Man's bedsheet wrapped round her head. Anyway, she said, "Where did this come from? Please tell me this is a joke. Apart from anything else, it makes women look economically moronic. And there is the uncomfortable issue of anti-Semitism." Well, they always have to throw that in there, don't they? Because I think everyone on the mainstream media of all stripes, and GB News is big enough to get included there, I think they all get big donations off the 4B2s, don't they? So they've got to bang that drum every time. It says the graph in question depicted the number of seats the Greens would win today if only women voted between the ages of 18 and 50. According to that image, it would result in the Greens winning 482 seats, dwarfing Labour's 84, the Lib Dems 52, the Conservatives 8, and Reform UK's 2. The location star was soon met with rather mixed response, with columnist Owen Jones, oh yeah, he's definitely not going to like that one, is he? Among those criticising the Channel 4 presenter's comments. However, this didn't deter Miss Allsopp from continuing her tirade against the Greens and Sloth Polanski. Incidentally, I need to clip Sloth, giving it the AU guys, because that's got to be a clip for Polanski. Here it is, look, Jake Wallace-Simons shared it. House of Commons, if only women 18 to 50 could vote. Yeah, total Islamo-commie landslide, obviously. And then she's crying about it. Boo-hoo. It says, once again, Miss Allsopp faced criticism from Green supporters who argued the party was preferable to Reform UK and Old Froggy. And she responded, this is not about Reform or Greens. We have 3 other parties in England who have successfully ran local authorities and often get it right. A Griform local authority is not a good idea. She also doubled down on the fact in another post that said the choice is not between Green or Reform. Vote Lib Dem, vote Labour or vote Conservative, but for God's sake, don't condemn us to a Griform local authority. It will make the current state of affairs look like the good old days. As for Sloth, while he hasn't directly addressed Miss Allsopp's criticism, he returned to social media on Tuesday with a message to his political rivals. There he is, still looking like a mutant. He's also, have you noticed he's got no lips? He runs like he shit himself and he's got no lips. There's nothing right about him. Let's be rid of the creature, shall we? That's better. When you see the relentless attacks from other parties, remember this. They hate our plan to end rip-off Britain. They don't want a wealth tax. They don't want public ownership and lower bills. They're trying everything in their power to stop us. Okay, so there you have it. I'll defend British women here. Some of you might think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. I'm telling you, I'm correct. Check all of the demographics. Look at an electoral map and see all the areas that are super high in regulars at Alan's world famous snack bar, and you will see, predominantly because so many white people don't bother to vote, maybe the main attack I'd put against young British women is that so many of them don't bother to vote at all. That's the real problem in the UK, is apathy. But because of that, and the fact the regulars at the snack bar, through threats and intimidation, because their wives actually do as they're told for a change, and dogmatic adherence to using the system to further their tribal group's agenda, every single one of them votes. People erroneously think that the beardy weirdies aren't all for women voting. Well, I'll tell you, they're all for women voting when they're living in the West. And they're trying to push Turkey and further their nefarious scheme for a global caliphate. Then they love it when women vote. It's only when they're back in the likes of Afghanistan and Pakistan where they don't think women should be allowed to vote. When they're living in England, you best believe they all go and vote, which is why in the local elections you can paint it on a map. Areas that are very, very high in these people, like Gorton and Denton and Birmingham and Manchelabad and Bradistan, well, guess who's going to win in those areas? It's going to be the Greens. And is it going to be all white women's fault? No, it's women's fault. But they don't look like Sassy, and they don't look like Katie Lamb. No, they look a little bit different. I mean, you don't often see the faces, but you can guess, bad teeth, one eyebrow, wonky ears. That's what happens when your relatives shag each other. Anyway, that's me for the day. If you think I'm wrong and this is all the fault of the nice blonde girls who see things our way, leave a comment down below for me. All right, thanks for tuning in. Give it a like and a share if you can be arsed, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Toodle pip. Cheers.